Okay, so you are an external candidate going for an interview and you are up against an internal candidate. Now, I hear often, oh, I wish I hadn't have gone for that interview. Had I known there was an internal candidate, I wouldn't have bothered, etc. So how do you make that situation, in inverted commas, fairer? I think the first thing to say is that there's positives and negatives to being an external candidate. The positives is that you should be able to very easily show a different approach to problems, which may well resonate very well with the interviewer. So, if, for example, the company that you're interviewing for has had some form of transformation, digital, operational, that hasn't gone very well, the fact that you can bring a different approach, you work somewhere else, is likely to resonate, and give a lot of comfort very easily. What is the challenge when you're up against an internal candidate? There's always that question, with external candidates, can they fit in with this team? Can they fit in with the company culture? So how do you bridge that gap? I would always say, as best you can, walk in with a nugget or two up your sleeve about either the team specifically that you would be leading or part of, if you can, and the company culture, certainly. So, LinkedIn is an amazing tool these days. You should be able to find somebody within your network that has either worked for that company or within that team. And I think people are so open to helping out these days. If the recruiter can't give you real specifics, and do push them, find out what type of, team dynamics are going on there. So that you can really be well prepared when you go into that interview. Because if you can come up with a nugget or two that shows that you have a better understanding than they're expecting about either the team culture, the broader functional culture, or that the company culture, then you'll be putting yourself in a much better place. If you do come up against an internal candidate that will obviously have lived and breathed those things. So that is usually the gap, and why an internal candidate will get picked over an external one. So I hope that helps. Do reach out to your networks, try to find someone that's worked there, that knows somebody, or push the recruiter to find out more about the team dynamics. It's really important as an external candidate that you can show that you have a better understanding of what is going on within the organization than they're expecting. And I suppose failing that, ask the question in the interview so it can give you an opportunity to answer it then and there. And that question can be something like, what is the team dynamic that I would be working in or leading? What are some of the challenges that people face? Those type of questions will go a long way. All right. Best of luck.